Hey Alex, do you feel like these events are just starting to get really boring? Yeah, me too. Do you think I should rank them? They're all kind of similar in a way. I got an idea. How about I just rank the lobbies instead? I'm gonna do that. I think the only thing Roblox is going with these events is the lobbies. I don't know what else to make a video on, so I'm gonna do it anyways. We are purely ranking these events by how the lobby looks and how it performs, and in general, is it just fun to be in? Does it feel nice? Does the atmosphere match our expectations? These events, they're not the best. They don't really reflect the morals that Roblox had during the 2018 egg hunt. I cannot lie to all of you, but I do have good memories in some of these, so let's give them a chance. The Hunt First Edition. This is the event that started it all, and because it's the event that started it all, I had a really fun time. It was the first time after many years, well, not really many years, but it felt like many years, but it was like the first time Roblox brought the entire community together to play one giant event. The fact that it brought everyone together after many years is like the key factor to the success of this event. The lobby itself, because of all those factors I mentioned before, I'm a bit biased to this lobby. It's very nostalgic. I remember hanging out a lot in this lobby when I had nothing to play on Roblox, because I don't know, it just felt nice seeing the progress I racked up with all the badges. In terms of design, it's very simplistic, very small, not much, very modern-esque. It definitely reflects a lot of Roblox's trying to be modern corporate sort of thing, but whatever, it's alright. The design's alright. It's pretty cool, I guess. Definitely my favorite part, the egg, is just the fact that the rocket is still there, and it has the smoke. It just shows that I don't know. I just like that. The egg part is definitely my favorite. It's like a display, just to kind of tell everyone who missed out on the event. So anyways, for the Hunt First Edition, I would say, because it's the first event after many years, it's like an event just to see how players think. It's like a little test run. I would give it, I would say B. Let's go for B. I'm following my heart. I think B, to me personally, fits it well. I don't know, it's the atmosphere. The atmosphere is pretty good. Yeah, so that's the first event. Let's move on. Roblox, the classic event. I also just want to real quickly mention that these rankings might change once I go through all of these events, but anyways, the classic event introduced us to the potential W Twin Atlas for the classic event. The classic lobby was a fever dream. As soon as you entered, it definitely transported your mind to back when Roblox was like this. Like, it's perfect. It's like the theming and the atmosphere is so spot on. All the colors were so like vibrant. The blocky designs of so many buildings, it feels so good. You can even interact with like some of the buildings, like the ship. You can shoot down the ship with a rocket launcher. It's like actual classic Roblox right there. It feels so nice to do that. There's so many different areas. There are also like different things you can do for the quest. You could get on a cart ride. The cart ride was a bit broken though, so that's kind of annoying. But the obby, there was also obbies, which was pretty cool. Yeah, you can, like, they had the click to move thing, which is also very old Roblox, very retro Roblox. So that was a really good addition to the lobby. There was also like the 1x1x1 boss fight, which was famously disappointing. In terms of the lobby, Like here's the thing, me personally, you know, it's a good lobby, I like it, but I can't really resonate with the lobby. Definitely because I'm not really an OG player. I didn't play Roblox in 2007 or 6. I wasn't even born then, to be honest, so I couldn't really resonate well. I would like to put it in A. I think most people put it in A, but me personally, I'm gonna put classic Roblox in. I'm also gonna put it in B because I think there are other options we're about to discuss later on that are a lot better. The Games event, probably one of the most forgettable events ever. It was based off the Olympics 2024, Paris Olympics. We all know how that went, and that's exactly how it felt for the Games event. You know, the lobby itself, it's definitely pretty cool, quite creative. I really like how it's a floating island. There's flags everywhere for the teams. The team mechanic was, you know, it was definitely wonky, but it definitely added to the mood of the event. It was definitely way more competitive than previous events up until that point. So that definitely contributed a lot. Yeah, there were different islands that each correspond to a certain team, and that was pretty cool. There was also little mini games similar to the classic to complete quests. You can fly into the air, and I really like that. You can fly around the map, but for a limited time. You can turn invisible, you can become small, you can jump high. It was pretty cool. I like those. One other thing, they had the 1x1x1 boss battle. The lobby that you're teleported in for the boss battle is super cool. All the green particles, like the dark surroundings, and then the man himself, the 1x1x1 right down in the middle of a battle arena. That was really cool. I really like that. That definitely added a lot of bonus points to the overall rating of the games lobby. So factoring that in, the games lobby, I'm putting it in A. I really like the lobby, man. Like it feels nice. It feels like you actually time travel back in time to the first ever Olympics. That's what it felt like. And you know, the competitiveness, the theming of it was well executed. The Haunt event. This event, again, very famous for its trash concept and a very embarrassing execution. Now, firstly, the mood, the atmosphere of the entire lobby was excellent. Probably up until this event, it had one of the best moods, the best atmosphere any event lobby ever had. The mansion itself is so menacing. It was menacing, and the fact the doors open itself, it was really cool. You marvel at the beautiful outside of the mansion, the forest, the creepy dark woods. Once you step inside, you're immediately disappointed with all the random JPEG images of cute cats and freaking Jeff the Killer just bombarding the entire picturesque lobby. That definitely brought down the mood a bit. The piano in the middle was alright. The mansion itself, there are different areas. The mansion itself, the inside of the mansion, to be honest, was alright. It definitely didn't help that they kept putting pictures of all the random screenshots from all the games just around the map, and you sometimes just run into the most out of context image you could ever find. It was funny, but it definitely hindered with the spooky season of Halloween. The attic minigame, the attic was probably my favorite area because actually the attic is usually a safe spot, so maybe it's not that scary, but I don't know, I just like the attic. The outside garden with the maze, it gave me PTSD. That maze can go to hell. Even with a tutorial, it was so annoying to navigate. No one knew how to properly navigate that thing until 3 days after the event started. For the haunt, I will place it. The mansion was good, but all those screenshots of random monsters and just close-up images of a bunch of random out of context stuff, That definitely ruined it. The maze, I hate the maze. I'm putting it in C. They had the atmosphere going, but because of all that stuff that Roblox just had to intervene with just to make them unique or something, it's just going down to C. Winter Spotlight. This is an event that most people probably never knew existed. I know I just said the games is the most forgettable one. Yeah, it was like a very festive, very New York style lobby. I like how it's New York inspired. The buildings, the tall buildings of all those billboards advertising the games in the event, that was pretty cool. I also like how, I forgot to mention that the ice, there's ice all over the lobby and you skate instead of walk, so that was unique. A bit annoying, to be honest. I preferred if you just walk fast, but anyways. Honestly, the lobby itself, it's actually not really that huge compared to previous lobbies. Like, it's honestly smaller than the Hunt. I mean, maybe the same size, but slightly smaller than the Hunt first edition lobby. So it was very tightly packed. So that definitely hindered with the experience. There was lights everywhere, trees everywhere. It was very festive, you know. There's also this very specific area where you claim the elite token final grand prize, which is the raft, which I'm also currently equipping for this Christmas, because I genuinely, this is probably my favorite Roblox event item out of all these events. Like this is my favorite. That definitely made my experience with this event way more higher up than previous events. But in terms of the lobby, you know, it's very generic, to be honest. C. The only thing that this lobby has going is the New York inspired lobby, but that, you know, that's to a very certain extent. Is the Haunt better than the Winter Spotlight? Yeah, the Winter Spotlight definitely has the atmosphere going way more than the Haunt. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put the Classic in front of the Hunt first edition. It's like very close to an A. Very close to an A. Let's move on. The Hunt Mega Edition. S tier. S tier. S tier. Not only was the event itself really good, but the lobby just further enhanced that experience of a community-driven puzzle game. You know, this is basically Ready Player One better edition. Like when you first join, obviously it's basically the Hunt first edition, but as soon as you collect your first mega token, it literally transforms into this, the pillar pops up and suddenly you're teleported to these different areas. And the more mega tokens you collect, you go through all these different areas, you solve these puzzles, you solve these small puzzles to complete and earn items. The atmosphere from all these areas, it feels like a fever dream. It's very modern-esque, you know. It definitely made the competitive scene way more competitive. People are definitely racing this. It definitely brought everyone's moods up. My favorite area is definitely the final area. Like as soon as you reach the final area, you're one step close. You're one step closer to finishing the event, and then you're introduced to this very cool darkened area ready for competitive players to step into the scene and finish the event. It's inviting you complete the event. The shapes, I really like the giant hole that takes you down all the way down through like this. It just doesn't feel realistic, which is the best part. I think the one thing that makes an event lobby really good is its creativity. And when you finally reach the end, that grand entrance to the hilltop, the stairwell up to the hill, to the very peak of the mountain was beautiful. It was so bright. It literally congratulated every single person who made it this far. Even months after the event ended, when I entered that final grand area, it still gives me the vibe of I actually did it. I made it to the peak. And because of that, it definitely deserves S tier. Great job, Twin Atlas. The Hunt Mega Edition is a success in all aspects. The hatch event. The event itself, you know, everyone hated it. I kind of enjoyed it, to be honest. In terms of the lobby, there's one singular word to describe this entire lobby and realistically the entire event, and that's what you call potential. Everywhere I look, every area I travel to, all I can see is potential. It wasn't bad, it wasn't good, it wasn't great. It's potential. The map design was terrific. If this was in Egg Hunt 2018, so many people would love it. The different themes of each area, the dark ocean, the fun fair, the beach. My favorite, which is the volcano, that fire part was so cool. The tree house was so good. Like, it was so detailed. The buildings. We could have had a quest where you had to go to each resident of that tree house and like do small stuff for them. Like, it would have been so cool. You're interacting with the game, but you're not. You're really just walking around and not admiring the scene when we could be interacting with it. But no, we're not. We just had to walk around and accept that this is all made for no reason. That's the thing. Twin Atlas put so much effort into this lobby and you do nothing with it. What's the point of doing all of that and you do nothing? With the Hunt Mega Edition, not only did it look great, but the interaction, like you had to find your way to the puzzle, and when you actually do the puzzle, it's just really fun. You're interacting with the lobby. For the hatch, you're just walking around and going like, man, I wish this was Egg Hunt 2018. The design is A tier, but because of its grim reminder that we could have had so much better, I think the lobby was great. A tier. It would have been S tier if you could have done like quests or little mini games, but there wasn't a single mini game. The whole lobby was basically a trading hub. The hatch, a grim reminder of what we could have had. The Takeover. I never played the Takeover. I only joined it time to time to collect the items that I could easily get, but I never joined a clan or whatever you call those. I never joined a game. I never did any quests, maybe except for natural disaster. At this point, I've gotten so tired of this formula of games, complete quest, get item. In terms of the lobby, very generic. It's basically the same criticism for the winter spotlight, but I didn't really know where the theming of the lobby was going. I don't know what the inspiration was. I don't know what it's really based off. And I'm not saying every single event has to be based off something, but you know, the takeover. What are we doing here? What are we taking over? The skateboard, I really like the skateboard mechanic. It was sort of fun. I'm not that sort of player. I might put this in D tier. It's so generic and also it's so confusing. When I first joined, I had no idea what the hell was going on. I couldn't be bothered to try and learn it, and that's probably what made me turn away from this event, because it was so confused. Like, join a clan, what's the point of joining a clan? What do you do with that clan? How do you take over? What's the point of doing games? Like, is this like the games events, like where you had to earn points for your team or something? I don't have much to say because, you know, I never played it. Halloween Spotlight. The atmosphere, definitely very creepy. It was very dark, but because it was very dark, there wasn't much to look at. You know, there are different areas. I also didn't complete the Halloween Spotlight. However, I did progress through it, sort of. I made it to like level 3. So I can't really say if each and every level was unique. For the first 2 levels, they're basically the same. The third level was a cave system. That was my favorite. I really like how you go in, you keep walking, and you go back, and then you like the map changes. The map literally changes live, and you know, it's very creative. I really like that cave map. So there was also like a chase scene. I forgot to record that. I might get another footage, but there was a chase scene section that opened up near the end of the event. I really like that, and I really like how at the end everything becomes bright. It becomes an instant contrast to what you've been experiencing throughout the whole entire event. You've gotten used to the dark, you've gotten used to how very little light there is, and then all of a sudden you're taken to a very bright, place, and I feel like that's a great way to end the event. I really like how it was daylight. You finally escaped hell and you've made it to the end. I really like that, but most of the time you're just kind of put into the dark. The way you travel to those levels was pretty cool in terms of the experience, the sound effects, you know, the different mechanics, I guess, the bridge falling and all that. I'm gonna put it in C. To be honest, worse than the haunt, because that mansion was really cool. I really like that mansion. In the Halloween spotlight, you're just kind of thrown into the woods and you have absolutely no idea where you're walking. And this is my official ranking of every single event lobby for all modern Roblox events since 2024. Let me know about the ranking, and hopefully I'll see you next time.